So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Getting to him for the loss there. That's Kalijah Cansey.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Shreds it with a stiff arm. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
From the gun, it's Walker. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it off him, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
70 range.
Motion left, Cup. 2nd and 6. Left side here, that's the tight end. And it coughed up. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Here's Mayfield. That is caught. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 5. And again, it's Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 to score.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Partner, have you ever heard Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He completes it to Evans. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Running out of the gun with White. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Set.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
Gets past one man, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
53 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Smith and Jigba in motion right.
This is intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, 27 yards.
And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on their leadership. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll try for the first with Walker. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. And a very elusive run as he'll wind up getting about 9 on that one. 2nd down and a yard. He'll get that to Charbonnet. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house. Buccaneer TD. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go, set.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Set. Red 80. Set.
Here's Darnold. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. Here's Darnold. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Bucs will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens.
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant, and they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough.
And my goodness, another interception. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's the defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Hey, 130.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Looking downfield for Godwin.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Darnold now to throw. Going up top for Kupp.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. Ooh, the juke. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Off of play action, Darnold. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? It was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. 4 receivers on the field. It's 3rd and 4. Now Mayfield. That is caught by Johnson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Baker going to give it to Irving. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. From the gun, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 10 yards.